Welcome on back to Total War Warhammer 3 in part 29 of our Yuan Bo Immortal Empires campaign. Here in sunny Lustria, Marcus Wolfhard has unfortunately made the fatal mistake of claiming the Southern Sentinels, and it does not appear that he is willing to. Let's see, one last time I tried to trade this for him, it was a negative 70. Let's see if he's willing to trade. Come on, Marcus. This is my last campaign goal, so if you aren't willing to give it to me, things are about to get very violent for you. Southern Sentinels, and I will give you, I mean, nothing important. You can have maybe marks of the old ones. I don't think you're able to select multiple, which is kind of unfortunate. So I'll give you the marks of the old ones at negative 77. Let's threaten him. Threatening a faction is an act of treachery. I'm already very, very unreliable. Let's go for it.
No.
No. And the New World colonies have refused to join our side, so they've broken their pact with us. Fair enough. So they have lost their outpost, and I've lost a few soldiers.
Be on guard.
Although luckily the war wagons were through Reichland. Honestly, all of our important stuff is safe. So what we're going to do to fix up our reliability is we're just going to come on in, and we have units that are stationed in Midland, and we're going to go ahead and help them out. Come on into my Lords and Heroes. And swing up to our Elector Count of Midland. And then we're going to go ahead and swing into the Matters of State here and give him the Supply Line Operations. We're going to select Tian Khan and then give him a bit of extra. For that not go to Wolfheart's army. That seems super counterintuitive. But we'll allow them to replenish in foreign territory, give them a bit more movement, 10 extra leadership when in foreign territory, and then 50% more ammunition for all of our lovely rockets. Perform. So now, even while they are sieging, they should, and this lasts for 7 turns. That is great to know. It doesn't look like it actually applied when we tried to use this last time.
They cannot live.
Oh yeah, so 1 turn they'll be up to max.
That
is excellent.
Upon you.
Yes, we'll just let them sit there and besiege. So we'll come on in, and we may even build up a few Cathayan siege towers.
Witness their demise.
We're just going to rain missiles down on the unarmored lads there stationed in Middenheim. But it's time to be treacherous to the Empire. So Minbo, let's start off the bombardment of the Southern Sentinels.
Dragon-blooded.
A Pyrrhic victory it shall give us, where we lose almost all of our missile troops. I mean, you're giving the lads of the Empire a lot of credit. Marcus himself is obviously going to be a problem. And Jorek as well. But I'm thinking if we can get one of the Lions to close the gap, we can deal with both Wolfheart and his Dwarven friend and no problem. And then his missile troops are actually very lowly armored compared to mine. So our Jade Warrior Crossbows up to 80 armor. If they sit in one spot for long, they get 10 additional up to 90. Which will be very difficult for these enemy Empire crossbows to actually fire on through. Let's dive into the battle. Alright, and as always with the Lizardmen cities, it is, most difficult part is finding the best way to crash on in. So let's start our deployment. I think we probably just set up on the normal place over here, although there's lots of holes in the wall here, which will be perfect. I don't see any others elsewhere on these maps. You definitely want to set up either here or here if you don't have artillery. But I've got a jet going over, so let me mute real quick, and we'll be right back. Alright, the worst of that appears to be over, so let's go ahead and bring our troops on in. I think it's going to be best to set up the Lions up front. That way it gives the towers a more juicy target than our cannons, at least hopefully. We'll have the infantry hanging out in the woods here. So we may want to be at a slight angle, that way we're not getting shot up by the towers quite as easily, so we'll set them up there. Do halberds a little bit further back. In fact, we'll probably leave one of you here to defend the artillery and make sure they keep their harmony bonus. Keep them back far enough from not getting shot up by the towers. Our infantry will not fare so well. As an archers, I will have them Since they're going to have stock, we'll have them set up woods. And they can move on in once we have secured a bit of ground. And we'll have the proper crossmen hiding behind their Jade Warrior brethren. And then the crane guns taking a position here. We'll have them advance as we deal with those towers. We may have another jet flying on over. If you have a random bit of mute, if I drop out, that is definitely why. Everyone else set up. You slightly away from the lions. In fact, the lions will be in the... I don't want them to try to activate all of these towers. Just this one. And the lions have Strider, so they can kind of set up slightly outside of the woods there. Perfect. Get it started. That'll begin. Knock down that tower. As an archer, scoot your way on up. We'll have you walk, though, so we can get everyone else in position. Jorak Grimm's up front. We can have him start blasting himself. At least we can attempt to. Bring you up this side. Alright, the tower is gone in one volley. Exactly what we want to see. We'll start bringing the lads into about the tree line. Crane guns move up to a high position. Let's see if we can't have you plink away at Jorak. Then you guys go after that fort tower there. No real reason to knock it down, other than because we can. Oh, we hit Missile Mirror, but I don't know if we... No, we didn't. Perfect. Well, that's not good. Luckily, not much damage coming on down there. We can just kind of fly back and drop down a wall of wind and fire and eliminate all of these crossbowmen. Then we'll deal with the Free Company militia afterwards. Want to get moving this way. Alright, that tower is crumbled. Have you scoot forward a little bit there. Keep blasting at Jorak. If you knock everything else down, that works just fine for me. As you'll target lions. He's getting fired on pretty aggressively by Wolfheart, so let's back her up just a bit. He has a harder time hitting. We launch some Dragon Breath through, so let's come on across. That group of swordsmen is getting annihilated. Can we have you go after Jorak as well? He's getting some pretty good shots in on our lord there. Good old Dragon's Breath. Barbecued Imperials. And if they want to be that arrogant, we can drop down one of these as well. Hit him with the Jade Lion Breath. These guys don't really need the Jade Lion Breath, but this group might. As an archers, we'll have you scoot up into position now, as well as everyone else. 3 crossbows. Oh, beautiful. Here come the reinforcements. Goes right on in. We'll have the Elven archers move up. And then the other artillery teams get into position as much as possible. Getting blasted at a bit there by all of the different units. Let's go ahead and have the lions spread out. Before we take too much free damage. Heals there. Another wall of wind and fire to eliminate a good majority of these crossbows. We'll just throw it up this direction. We can get a missile mirror on this group. That should be a real bad day. Sigmar indeed. Just blending him up. Alright, we'll have you guys work together on Wolfheart then, if we can. Pull you all away from the halberdiers that are moving on in. Just there's no fear of any super incredible damage there. Jorak Grimm is getting annihilated. We'll send in the regular old warriors then. Then the peasant spears can lock down Wolfheart. Start blanketing them in doom. There's a crossbow team there we can eliminate. We may try to actually watch that one as well. And dragon time. Nuke drops in, the unit is gone. Ah, it's perfect, that is. Extra defense for the Jade Lion, extra offense for the other Jade Lion. We can get over there. Another wall of wind and fire through all of these crossbows. There we go, here's the blanket of doom. Pretty sure I keep asking you guys to go after Wolfheart there. Let's get that going. You need to retreat. Before you do, let's come on over towards everyone else. We can get a nice heal off. That's the intention here. There we are. Not a terrible one. We've got a lot of extra troops on the top portion. That should be absolutely no problem. Rocket battery, let's go ahead and try to deal with these halberdiers. You karate chopped Wolfheart once. Let's go ahead and pull back now. Alright, crossbows. Well, you guys take down Jorek, or try there. Can't have a dwarf randomly coming back and giving us a karate chop on the side of the neck. Alright, everyone, fall back. You guys deal with Wolfheart. Yeah, he's gonna snipe our lord if we're not careful here. Give her a bit of ward save, and let's go ahead and keep fleeing. Then we'll have all of the archers here, if we can. Take to the top portions of the walls. The elves can just move up. They've got so much range. Great work, Fire Rain. We'll give them separate targets, though, because they've got lots of enemies got to spread out back here.
There must be order.
Back. Defense for this crew. You can jump in with the swordsman. Jade Lion can as well. You're having a hard time bringing Marcus down. Marcus, we tried to warn you that you were only able to exist because we allowed it. Oh, the explosions crash down. We don't want to move the troops up then. We want to keep them here. Give the Jet Lion a bit of extra damage. Try to push it on through. I don't think the cannons are really able to get great targets. See if you can knock down that piercing tower there. Oh, I can go after this one. And the other cannons we have move up, start knocking down the other towers. Probably the most important part here. Pull the warriors back a little bit more here. Peasant spears step in. I'm gonna have you guys stop picking your own targets, because that can be very dangerous. Up a little bit too far here on our Jet Lion. Come on, lad. Gotta retreat. The elves are almost up on position. Cannons set up where you can there. We'll have our 3 lions and everyone else pull back just a little bit. See if we can at Wolfheart's crew come on towards us. He's taking a lot of damage there, Tian. Bring you out beyond the wall here. Probably have another heal. Get all the lions together. Alright, archers are taking a little bit of free damage. There we go, and heals. You definitely need to fall back. Extra range and damage and everything for our crossbow bolts. They're taking a fair bit of damage, the peasant archers. Luckily, they can heal that up really easily. Let's bring the peasants in. Give our rocket batteries new targets. Oh, they're not on guard mode. That's why they're charging in. You guys knock over this tower yet? Go for it. Marcus's arrows are pretty dangerous.
It shall be done.
The elves up on top are incredibly deadly. You guys can just deal with Marcus. We don't even have to advance further. They've got lots of extra troops, though. Keeping them back there a ways. Slow and steady will clear the fort.
Move in formation.
Though I'm thinking if Wolfheart falls, that'll be the end of them pretty quickly. Alright, Lions, go ahead and move through. Try to claim that position. We'll have Tian go with you.
Advantage.
You lads, come on back.
Minds as one. Chase the dragon.
You guys are up the wall. That's perfect. Go after Marcus there. That is the
Warrior crossbow.
best target by far. We definitely need to get it so that the Rattling guns and different weapons teams can go on the walls. If the Cathayans can, it is high time that all of the other weapons teams are able to as well. It's because these guys don't actually count, I think, as weapons teams. They're just a specialist missile infantry. But let's go ahead and switch that up for all of the other missile infantry then. They're gonna go ahead and brace. We'll need some small.
An advantageous
Oh nope, looks like we're gonna break them. And that's the victory. Marcus's boys are just kind of mercenary hunters after all. Oh, this friendly fire. Alright, turn that into a decisive win, and we didn't really lose any of our crossbows at all. Almost lost our Jet Lion, but luckily we have sculptors on hand to fix all of the dents and dings in its beautiful hide. And a Minbo was dropping bombs the entire time. Looks like spellcasters are indeed the way you win. Sorry, Marcus. He's good against lizards, not so good against Longma. We are going to just occupy these Southern Sentinels because we need it as high tier as possible. Hunted down. 5% more missile strength? Let's be very slow about eliminating Marcus's faction if we can. It's not like they're going to put up much of a,
Magistrate, report.
really much of a fight. We'll bring Ji Yuan forward.
This way lies.
And honestly, he can probably take down the Mangrove Coast by himself.
None may refuse Cathay's
While we are here,
call.
though, let's grab one more spear. And then perhaps a crane gun. ×2. They will be on anti-mage duty. Her spellbook is looking very nice. So let's go ahead and start working on towards the elite skills then.
It befits my high
Since
station.
most of our crossbows are in elite tier, and then the lions are working their way towards it as well.
I expect loyalty, efficiency, and harmony.
We have way less in terms of allies now. Let's grab her, a few archers from Etain. Pretty solid, and they've got a 180 range, which is a lot more than peasant archers, even with all of the extra range buffs you get for them through your skills. Sweet business, we've got more battles to get to. These battles be fueling our stone and steel tokens. Let's go ahead and move on over to take the Awakening.
Your deaths for Cathay.
This is another one we will likely need to fight. Oh, it's gonna give us a valiant defeat, even. Do you know who we are? I mean, we're missing. No, we don't. We have Magic here. He is upon his mighty Wujing War Compass. All right, the Awakening. Time to get pummeled. All right. Best place to attack the Awakening from. It is likely either this side or over here. Probably over here, because I get a pretty nice bit of high ground for my cannons, if I so wish. And I do. Alright, cannons. Get you guys in a bit of a slanted formation. Hold them over just a little bit, because I don't want any of the cannonballs bouncing off of trees. That would be embarrassing. Kind of towers we're working with here. Nothing too dangerous and no explosive damage, so we will set the boys up front. And tell them to expect a barrage.
Order and balance.
Bring a few of them over into the trees. We're limiting losses a little bit. Let's do so. Rain guns.
Crane gunners.
Back a bit.
Never conquered.
Sneaky peasant archers. They won't be so sneaky as soon as the battle commences, but crossbows here. I'm going to bring these ones around behind, so they're not being obstructed by the trees there. They don't have any artillery or magic users. We don't have to worry about it too much. Perfect. Oh, two beautiful lions. Can't pass out the harmony buff to absolutely everyone, which makes me sad. We can use the crows for it, though, to start the battle. And then once we have softened them up a bit, we send the crows in to eliminate any archers that are left. So lions up front, try to take the brunt of the tower damage.
Master of Azir.
All right. Front line. All of our missiles.
Gunners.
Flying Cav. Ooh, don't really want them in guard mode. Can't lie. Then our drum. We want it up front. And let's get this thing going. Drum, give them armor.
And the cannon.
We'll just have them go out to the towers one at a time there.
Archers.
Give them a beautiful volley. Oh, it didn't go down to one. You go after this one next then. We'll start moving everyone towards. With infinite pride.
Gunners. Marching as one.
Alright, tower's down. Start taking down the other one now. Taking a bit of damage from what's up on the walls. Go ahead and drop in a missile mirror to weaken one of these crossbows. Oh, they're retreating. Not really what I expected. We'll just move in, start attacking gates. Move up fire archers.
Celestial sorcerer.
Good old celestial lightning to drop down on these crossbows here. Go for a meteorite on the other group. Is the lightning dropping down? There we go. Drop a meteorite down here. Knocking guys off the wall. Come on, cannons.
Cannon.
There it goes. Now we'll knock down this section of wall.
Still the queen.
Meteorites exploding. This is good stuff. We'll send the whole group forward a bit. You're being bombarded back.
The dragons ask.
Just rotate a little bit there. We'll have all of the crossbows focused together on these enemy crossbowmen. Looks like the cannons are doing a great job of getting us inside here. Leave this section up. And is there anything else we can knock over? This section here looks good. These lions seem to be having troubles. Falling back going on, so we'll go ahead and bring in the crossbows. All out of whack now.
Minds at one. Wind and fire. Bring in harmony.
Up in position.
Balance.
Crossbows as well up into position.
As wind.
Bring the peasant archers up to start having them blast into these crossbows here. Come off to the side. Since you're moving forward so aggressively, we'll go ahead and drop down the chain lightning. Hit on all of these soldiers, if we can actually manage it.
Dragons commander.
Keep moving. We can missile mirror one of these crossbows, that'd be great. The ones in the back are likely to stay here. Or maybe not. They might be too clever.
It is fated.
Chain lightning's about to drop down though. Weren't too clever to dodge that one. Lightning from the sky. Go ahead and pull away from the halberdiers there.
A warrior's duty.
Horde of Grand Cathay on these two.
First among many.
Move you in to take down the barricade platform there.
By my hammer.
By my hammer. Might even be a warhammer. And being blanketed in death.
We await the enemy.
I'm just gonna have you go ahead and Celestial Sweep knock down this platform a bit faster. Press in on these Free Company militia. Go through the enemy. We'll get bogged down. In fact, we can go for the Jade Lion Breath. Still have something fierce.
Celestial General!
Melee defense for you and the Lions. And we're just threatening him by standing here angrily. Where is the best use for our chain lightning? Probably just around our Lions.
Celestial General!
Everyone find a warrior priest and give him a hug. Love the Lions come on through since they're a bit susceptible to the halberdiers there. Rain guns, go ahead and have you guys get up into position here.
Understood.
These two crossbows take,
It pleases the
well, maybe not.
Bringing
Either way, start blasting.
Stone and steel!
So anyways, started blast.
Trace the dragons!
Just have the individual units there take up positions on the streets.
Ranks.
seeking Catay's foes.
I must overwhelm.
Warrior priests are fleeing. Come on back in there and dive into the Free Company militia. They did not elect to flee, and so they shall be slain.
Thoughts in harmony.
Go ahead and move up.
Warrior crossbows.
Have one of the crossbows take the top position there.
Bring the
Same thing here. Crossbows up on the top.
Shenyan's faithful. Jade warriors.
Two Jade warriors that are moving in.
and the balance.
It's like a bit more position than that.
Witness my fortitude.
Alright, you guys in. Let's go ahead and chase off this Huntsman General.
Grand General.
Unfortunate you're fighting who you are, but can't really do anything about it. Walk down the resistance for those guys, and they'll have them keep on moving in.
Never conquered.
Seeking Catay's foes.
Go ahead and give them a karate chop.
Mage of the Celestial Court.
Astromancer drop down a meteorite here on these halberdiers as they move in. And no reason to move the lads forward. They actually lose a lot of their ability. Now Warrior Priest of Sigmar versus the Celestial Emperor's Chosen. Surrounded by Sigmar. I guess Sigmarites. Well, they built up a trap just in time. Absolutely
Celestial General.
destroyed, though. Good grief. Sigmar has abandoned you. Let's bring the Lions in to help chase him off.
Marching as one.
I
Them all back. We can go for a Rannon's Thunderbolt. And these halberdiers, as they move up, just gonna drop down some damage.
Soldier and leader.
Yoink.
Dragons
They're gonna try to get braced.
by my hammer.
I go ahead and say no brace for you and then charge on in. There we go. He doesn't even need any heals just yet. Go ahead and keep pulling the lads towards our lines.
Understood.
Jade warriors.
Press through to take some of these capture zones. Alright, we'll go Jade Warriors combined with Lions.
Heal.
That should be enough to drop them, no problem.
Jade warrior.
Now that we started to break the individual lines, King Fawn, you charge in on this Warrior Priest. We'll have some of the other lads roll in with you.
Crossbows.
Realize we haven't used our Chroman at all either. Crossbows to here, and we'll bring the Chroman in. Have them start dealing with the isolated archer units at the back lines. Or even just an overwhelming swarm on these swordsmen here.
Warriors. Marching as a one.
Lions will pull through. The enemy's about to flee, so let's go ahead and just come on in and grab that capture zone.
Swift and fierce.
That's your target.
Celestial General. Martial might.
We know you're very tired. You can do it.
Warrior crossbow.
My mind
We'll have
is
the drum
ready.
come up this way as well. Blanketing them in doom as the Crowmen start flying on in.
Archers.
And you deal with... They really can't is the answer. Set up over here.
First among many.
Give you all of the extra damage buffs. Get rid of the spearmen that are up in your way.
Fight for our right to live.
just destroying them.
Must overwhelm.
Celestial General!
Alright, capture zone is ours. Roman, you're being led into a trap, so let's go ahead and pull you on away. And we'll deal with these spearmen here. We might be seeing their leadership starting to waver away to nothing. Send the lions with them. Jade warriors move up to claim the zone. We'll have these crossbows kind of just be the stopgap there as well.
Move as wind! Move
that.
in formation!
Easily overwhelming them. Beautiful. Roman, on to the next group. We'll have the lions go and claim the zone. Looks perfect. Mingfan has handled the enemy warrior priest. They got charged from behind. That's no good.
Oh, can they?
Give them a bit of resistances.
I hear the heavens!
Warrior crossbows.
Come on there, warrior crossbows. You've got your targets. Chain lightning a little bit further back there. Just kind of dance it through those swordsmen. Still have a lot of units left. Let you guys kind of peel off and just chase them away into the sunset. Ooh, nice miss. Blending them up. Cannons, can we actually bring you guys in to have you be useful? Looks like the answer to that question is a hefty no. Move on in. Roman easily dealt with them.
We await the enemy.
Okay, so the enemy general has fled well into the back.
Cut them down.
So it's just going to be kind of a slow
Xinyan's
slog through these guys.
repositioning.
Of course!
These cheap Uranus Thunderbolts. Overcast costs not all that much either, just drop down the lightning. Then the meteorite. Zap.
Celestial General!
Oh, there's no escape.
Witness my
You can try your best, though. Oh, that one was way off. It did still get a fair bit of damage.
Master of Azir!
Let's go for the chain lightning in the middle of them all.
Grand General.
Celestial Sorcerer!
Okay, they turned around at just the right opportunity. Lightning rips through their line.
Soldier and leader.
I think we're going to start seeing the Empire lads breaking rather soon. Got a lot surrounding our crows there, so let's go ahead and pull them away. Let them recover just a moment. Drop into the Jade Lion Breath. Have them come over the top and deal with those halberdiers. Perfect stuff. Crossbowmen, you guys deal with these swords here. Everyone else turn and deal with that group. We'll all move in and deal with these crossbows here.
Guided by ancestors!
Guided by ancestors. The halberdiers don't. No one. Oh, these guys getting the shiv. They give them a. They pick them up and they start stabbing them. Roman. They are terrifying. And the lions are pretty easily overwhelming these two. Great stuff.
Sent by
The Long Yuan's getting shot at a little bit there. That's no good.
Emperor.
I'm thinking, though, for the most part there, our enemies are done and dusted. One more lightning bolt for good measure.
Celestial General.
How many we get? Probably none. Ooh, it clips their baby toes. And we win. Alright, the Fury of the Dragons has descended fully upon the Hunt Marshal now, and the Awakening is ours.
a fine base of operations.
Fine base of operations, giving us 5% more research rate as well. Party and company were slain.
General.
Now we've just got to get to the Pox Marsh and Tlox. And we limited our casualties so much here that Boris should be very concerned about
Leader
moving up
of men.
and trying to attack us. He may still go for it either way, but it'll be very foolish. Let's grab Blade Master so he continues to land those devilishly nasty hammer blows.
Such treasures, spoils of war.
Such treasures. We'll have Simachine come on back into the Star Tower to play defense. I don't think the dog burglars come on out and cause any problems. Even if he attacks Yuan Bo and March stance, that should be an easy backhand back through the wall. May go after the marks of the old ones, which would be a loss I am okay with. In fact, you are all recruiting up more troops, yes? Indeed. Quid Labaris, we don't have enough friendship points with. Really haven't been doing much in terms of ally missions.
I will make my ancestors.
Haven't really had all that many. Now onward to Tloxlon, which we cannot take in a single turn because we have no artillery in this group. We do have meteorites we can use to take down the walls, so I think we'll be alright. Let's go ahead and set up the Cathayan siege towers. Infiltrator stock and poison attacks and extra speed. What does that do to the Jade? 128. He is the fastest lion ever. Alright, and then we can go extra bonus versus large for one of our other lions. Moves all bonus versus infantry. And we don't need, well, I guess we do, yeah. We actually need the bonus versus large against the knights, so it'll be great for the other Jade Lion. And then our duelists. Bonus versus infantry loses bonus versus large. Okay, so we'll give this one to then one of our halberdiers. Just flip them over to an anti-infantry halberdier. We'll have to remember that. Be a fun battle though. We'll have to have a challenge Cathayan run where we do only Lord Magistrates besides our main dragon. That sounds like a good deal of fun. Cathay is so powerful though that I think that would be a pretty easy challenge. We're going to continue to grab more archers here against the Islavites. I trust Mother Estancia 0. Also, I think just the walls here in Ziggurat of Dawn make sure we're a harder target for them to crack on through. And I guess we are going to be fighting against probably Swamp Town pretty soon. But from 260 to 60, I'm betting they're going to attack us. The Lord we can throw on in. Strategists to outdo the Empire. Melee attack for Gongming Fan. Welcome, sir.
Moment has been prepared.
We definitely need a bit more income. We're finally starting to see a dent in our massive treasury. Alright, presence, sure aim, marksmanship, and defense are the two most important.
A tool of great efficiency.
And we have no more gold.
What?
Can we get to any kind of quick deals?
Tibet.
I know we're not a friendly sort. Goldtooth once piece. No. See, we lost far too many caravans for my liking. Even though most of that was Norska, I'm blaming you. You more lords that needed to get to a battle. Oh, we did. Yes, in fact, it was over here in the Empire's lands, or is this one we're still waiting on siege equipment for? We could likely take them down, but I think we're going to go for the replenishment for a turn. Let's continue.
For Grand Cathay.
Getting them to come out and fight us on the field would be great.
We are order.
Let's come on back over to Yuan Bo. I know a few people need to be moved, but Zhao Ming, we can have you... How do you stay at the Saber Mountain? We can continue pressing towards the enemy here. We could raise Fort Dojny.
Let us
I think it's the plan. Give ourselves a little bit of a fire break against the Chaos Dwarves for a moment. Sweet. Building upgrades available? No. Come on back to Yuan Bo. And the turn.
What honor you do me with this embassy.
Well, Franz wants us to join the war against Sylvania. And I think we shall. If they did indeed go after the marks of the old ones, very brave, but that makes total sense. Why throw your lives away when you can go after one of our softer targets?
To arms.
And now he owns this entire province for a very short period of time. World Walkers have come on over to face us. It's going to give us a valiant defeat. Got a lot of infantry here. But I actively think we could win this one pretty well, no problem. They managed to close the gap. Our infantry will melt away, though. So let's see if we can pull back and draw Haka towards us.
This is ill-advised.
Nope. No, indeed. Either way, he will do some replenishing, which is just fine. We have 7 turns of that, so... Disaster. Mixed our powder up, though. When it's powder laced with deadly warpstone, courtesy of the House of Secrets, air scheming alchemists, each fresh fire rain rocket can be produced for a fraction of its former cost. And now we're on to Ian Healing. Rain of Giants. Disaster strikes as a sudden storm blows a colossal skyjunk into a mountainside. The impact shakes loose a legion of long-lost terracotta sentinels, stationed immobile since some ancient campaign. Fortunately, many can be restored, while those demolished in the fall can be used to repair others of their kind. Doesn't seem like a disaster. Upkeep minus 30% for terracotta sentinels. It's time. The game's telling me you should be recruiting in your best unit. Why haven't you? You know what, Xian? You just hang out here.
I cannot.
We're gonna just go ahead and disband most of your army.
Nothing personal. Only logistics.
3. You just stay here. We're not gonna worry about you for as long as we can here. Towards Yeti Peak.
Passes.
I see no ogres.
Shugengan Lord.
Want Shan take down Amble Peak. Looks like we have broken Goldtooth. Pass out the armor piercing and the win. You always lose a lot of Jade warriors. They just assume you're gonna charge them headlong into ogres,
Dragon-blooded Shugengan.
which is not actually the
It suits my
strategy.
tactics.
Len can take down the Great Hall. Gleaming Pendant for the Jet Lion.
Make your ancestors proud. An extension of
The lovely
Empire.
battle kitty. Yep, and now we're up to 5 stone tokens. I think we need 6 for the mask. Oh, no, we don't. Ooh, well, let's go for it. I would prefer not to have... This would have been great to have before we kicked off the war with the Empire, but this just resets what we've done. And now we have to worry about any issues. We've been reset to very high, even though we're definitely an aggressive threat. And now people are actually willing to sign agreements with us again.
Lord of Bretonia.
Well, hello, Bretonia.
The lady grants you
I'm gonna take
safe
all of your
passage in
gold.
these lands.
I accept.
Is over a fair few turns. You guys would like to trade? I think trading with the Heralds of Ariel is probably a much better
Fear
call.
not. We will listen carefully.
We'll see, won't we?
If we must.
Since we managed to betray Mother Estancia on accident. Still happened.
Belagar.
Belagar.
I stand strong behind the shield of defiance.
Some trading with
If you
Belagar.
insist.
Some trading with the Air Force of Flakwa. Give me all the money. Max is 3,000. Okay. That's all you're willing to give me? So be it. Who else is willing to trade? Itza. Probably a good idea. I'd rather trade with Itza than the Warriors of Chaos there. Let's go for a non-aggression pact. How much gold are you willing to give me? 2,500. How about 10,000 is the maximum? Oh, negative 39. Fine. So we'll try 3,500. Well, it doesn't look like it changed. 3,700. 3,700. 3,750. Okay, so now it's having issues. 2,500. We'll just go. We'll just go for this. Demand all of the gold you're willing to.
What?
Military access with Lord Wyland sounds great. More Wood Elves for the armies. And then Grimgore deserves nothing. Torgavon we could also get a defensive alliance with. All of Athaloran. So neither Widrioth or Torgavon has areas for me to throw in a outpost. It's a bit unfortunate. Must be in a military alliance with Talzin.
Come, the beauty of Athaloran is seldom.
I'm not willing to give you 35,000 for it, but we will work towards that military alliance. That's what we're missing. It's the only reason we don't have actually any troops rolling out of Athaloran and into our armies. Alright then.
Master of the
Yuan Bo can reach.
plans are
No,
afoot.
not quite. We'll probably just have him take down the Altar of the Horned Rat then.
Dragon's fang.
We'll go through the Skull Reef first. But because the lions are so wounded, we'll likely have to fight the battle. So you know what, we're just gonna wait. That way I don't have to fight the battle
And
myself.
execution.
Normally, don't ever do that. You get a ton of extra gold for fighting those. For range and stock for our Fire Rain rockets, and we'll just go ahead and click the button. Yeah, Mr. J definitely would have gotten the old drop kick into the void. We made the right call.
Key location.
Cleansing water. 10% less attrition, 3% more replenishment rate, and then 25 bonus. That's the first time I've seen that one.
Dragon.
You have everyone on the back foot very aggressively.
Dragon-blooded Shogunga.
It's Gear 3, so we're going to start off with the Astromantic Relay for the final relay here. Caravans, probably a good call. And we're going to go ahead and trade this one out for one of the defense buildings.
Lord Magistrate.
Too far north to do anything, so we'll just come on over to the Mangrove Coast. Take them on down. Deal with Clan Pestilence as well.
Cathay eternal. We shall prevail.
Yoink.
Claimed for the Emperor.
Claimed for the Emperor. And we'll just let them have the marks of the old ones. We'll just continue to sack that one on repeat. Although they have lots of land up here in the north still.
Cathay.
She's still on the Pyrrhic victory, and in fact, we may have to
Dragon's
pull back.
directive.
Never.
Simply because Rickard here is going to have a lot of crossbows for us to be fighting off. Such is the way.
Your general.
Ingbo. I mean, we have more or less handled the enemies here. We'll have you go north. Just keep an eye out
Establish a
for
safe room for my council.
Archaon, whom we have not seen for the
General.
entire campaign, and I'm hoping to keep it that way.
General of the celestial host.
Do any upgrades here for cheap? Not really.
The Storm Dragon.
Not going to be taking attrition. Cormac might recruit up more.
Ride upon lightning.
Let's come over to this bit of crossroads. Go into an ambush.
Mask our thunder.
Mask of Thunder. Destroy either one. They're going to be fielding probably armies mostly made up of ROR units at this point. We'll have to keep that in mind. Battles are going to be quite
Celestial
dangerous.
General.
Wind Shaper.
Going on through Amble Peak. We'll go ahead and throw in Troll Building and the Growth one.
Celestial
Mubo,
General.
move up and surround Grimtop.
Humility in all things.
They have a fair few lads defending. Nope, they don't. We're going to surround and have the Alchemist join, though, for a bit more experience for her.
Perhaps an elixir of Tyler.
Perhaps.
We are Cathay's true bastion.
Gold Tooth. Felled. Good stuff.
Shogunga.
Mubo, we'll have you go into March. Just follow your
Cathay needs me.
brother and sister armies through the mountains. We will force the mountains to be safe again.
Alchemist of the House of Secrets.
Hindering replenishment's not useful, so let's come on over and maybe blow up. None of these buildings are really worth blowing up.
I shall sow destruction.
Do it.
I require no praise.
So destruction right on up. Full riches coming on over towards us. Perfect. We'll have Young Sun back into the Shattered Stone Isle, and Mincy come on over and attack the Dread Rock.
Witness their
Oh, you went
demise.
across land because of course you did.
Spread the Emperor's words.
Well, you're gonna stay in the Shattered Stone Bay then.
My
And
ancestors
replenish.
require it.
That one was completely free. Love to see it. Probably just towers, but building up the provinces that we've just claimed is not usually a good call. Let's see if there's any more fights we can get into, and we'll go ahead and end the episode there. So Cheng Feng and company can deal with Dust Gates.
War is upon us.
No
Take
problem.
this and hold it.
Have Chong Li coming up and surround the Citadel of Dusk.
Your deaths for Cathay.
That'll do.
No.
Okay, so that's a much more dangerous army than previous, but we can at least surround and cause some issues, so
For
let's
honor.
just do that.
Faith.
Evan jump on in.
Heavens will provide.
Celestial.
And Cheng
General.
Feng, you grab some extra troops for the final fight against the rats here. Just a bunch of archers will do.
Serve from the front.
I will pass out a bunch of skill points, but that is going to be all the time I've got for today. I have been Space Wizard Total War. Remember to leave a like for the Light God and a sub for the Sub Thon. See you on the next one.